Hey guys, welcome back to another video.
Hello. I don't know, you're always looking at me. I'm like,
Because you never say anything. I always look at you.
welcome back to a
what's
new
gonna
video.
happen?
Welcome back to a new video.
Oh, you have to say hello.
Yeah, that's what I just did.
Anyways,
Just in an awkward way.
I think I might low-key call this build another modern build because I have no clue. Me has no clue how to call this thing. Me don't know.
Well, I wish we could just call every build modern build.
Modern build number one.
Yeah. We should just invent a street name and then just go on. Sorry.
That's
I
okay.
always do that.
Yeah.
Go on calling it like whatever.
Abbott
Street
Road.
1.
Yeah. Just like, I don't know, Autumn Road 2,
Yeah.
Autumn Road 3.
That would be funny, but I don't think anyone would get it.
Oasis Spring Road? Totally makes sense. Anyways, since we said in a different video, I think 2 or 3 or 4, possibly 50 videos before this one, we mentioned that we would like to talk about a certain topic throughout the voiceovers because, let's face it, I'm just not skilled enough to talk about a build for 15 minutes.
Yeah,
I'm not an interior designer. I can't be like, so I pick these colors because they go really well
with
that.
random topics anyways.
Exactly, but it would be good to have a topic so we don't ramble on about like just. I think we talk about quite a lot of things all the time. Like, oh, all my Sims look the same. Oh yeah, all my houses look the same. Yeah, I can only build houses that are modern. Me too. I don't like landscaping. Me neither. You know. So we thought to spice it up a bit, we would talk about a topic, and today we picked something according to a story that I heard during a podcast today, which was, I think, a Canadian or Australian guy. I don't remember because the girl that was doing the podcast kind of switched between the two, so I don't know if she remembered or if the first one was like she was wrong on the first thing she said or on the second one. But either way, someone from Canada, like this old dude from Canada or Australia, I don't know, either or. They sued this food place because they put the onions on top of the hot dog rather than underneath the hot dog. So he dropped an onion in front of him, slipped on the onion, and broke his newly implanted hip implant. Yeah. And then he sued them because he was like, I broke my hips. And then
because you put the onion on top.
Who puts the onions? I'm sorry, but who puts the onions on the bottom of a hot dog? I mean, now I think about it, it makes sense, so they don't fall off, but who does that? Like, it's just not, is it a thing? Like, does anyone know, is that a thing? Do people, like,
I have no
do you
idea.
Do that?
I haven't had a hot dog in years.
I don't think I've ever had a hot dog. It doesn't appeal to me. I'm not the biggest meat fan, and then I don't like sausages, and then I just don't. I think I would just put so much ketchup on top of it that it would just taste like ketchup. That was my thing I did doing barbecues when I was a child because I used to hate barbecues. So yeah, great fun.
Anyways, back to the story.
Yes, the topic. Well, the story's over. Maybe there's gonna be some new stories.
Someone.
Yeah, and
for an onion.
For an onion, and then I was like. Kind of a lot of things are wrong with this world, you know, if you sue someone. Or, in that guy's perspective, a lot of things in the world are wrong because people put the onions on the top of the hot dog rather than on the bottom. So
idiots.
Yeah, how could you? I mean,
that's like that toilet paper discussion.
If you
over or under, like that thing with.
Oh.
You know?
Gross. Anyway,
we watched that BuzzFeed thing once.
Did we? I do not remember that. My memory's like really bad. Anyways, topic: what's wrong with the world? So we thought we could think about things that's wrong. That's wrong. That we
would change.
Yeah, that we would like to change. First of all, I would like everyone to accept that orange is the best color. Because a lot of people actually hate me for liking orange so much. I get so much hate. I'm sorry, but how can you get so much hate for having a favorite color? Because everyone seems to hate yellow and orange. Like, I'm sorry, but the best gummy bears are the orange and yellow ones. And I always get hate for that. Yeah, you're like the only one that agrees with me, at least on the yellow. Everyone's
I like all of them except for the red ones.
Yeah, but everyone's favorite are the red ones. I don't get it because to me
the red ones are still fine, but not really like.
They're not
I could do without them.
Yeah, they just taste sweet. Let's face it.
So let's change that as well.
Yeah, I want Haribo to just have a packet with just yellow. White is good. Yellow, orange, white. That'd be good for me.
For me, it would be
the
yellow.
Greens are better.
For me, it would be yellow, green, and white.
Yeah, I think the green ones got better. Back in the days, weren't they kiwi or something? I don't remember what the flavor was supposed to be.
Now it's supposed to be apple, right?
Yeah, but now they taste okay.
Yeah, that's what I
remember when I was a child, they were like awful. No one would ever eat them. They were always left in the package.
How did we get from like changing the world to gummy bears?
Because
like that's the most important thing to us, apparently.
No, I set colors, so I want everyone to accept my favorite color. That's the first thing.
Yeah.
And then food is obviously,
Food is very important to me.
It is very important. So, so it's like one of the most important things for me. Then if I think deeper into it, that's hard. We're gonna go into deep.
Just probably talk. Like just people accepting each other.
I thought you like. I just want to change people. I just want them all to have cat heads.
Do you know what I learned today? If you would go back like 10 generations, everyone would be related or something like that. 10? That's what our professor said.
No, there's no way 10 generations.
I think so.
What do you mean everyone would be related? We're already all related.
Yeah, but like it would be like real close, you know?
What?
Yeah. Like
how does that make sense? Yeah, Tim, you may talk.
You may talk.
Everyone is another person's cousin of at least I think 10th grade.
Yeah, cousin. 10th cousin.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you go back 10 generations.
You would all be really closely related.
Yeah. You know, it doesn't make sense to me though, because if we're up here and then I think of someone who lives in Australia, when do people just... I don't know, but when were people actually able to like, you know, just easily travel between countries? Because that's not a thing. That hasn't been a thing 10 generations ago, that you would just be like, I think I'm just going to go to Australia to visit, right? Because planes and stuff weren't like invented that. Because 10 generations is like 1,000 years ago.
Yeah, I would not say 1,000.
200, but if a person's life is like 100 years. The generations are like, true. Because my mom's still alive and my grandma's still alive, so I guess.
Yeah.
But one generation...
like 30 years.
Let's just say 500. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's that short. I wouldn't say 200 more.
Probably to someone in the Amazon, but every major country like America.
Yeah, but then you can't say. Yeah, America, obviously, because they just killed everyone that wasn't related with me.
I also learned that the mitochondria that we have today in our cells, most of our cells, they go back 70,000 years to Africa.
Melinda, can you just explain that word for all the dumb people like me?
Mitochondria are like parts of a cell that...
It's the powerhouse.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, right.
So like a part of the cell that has come into like human cells and whatever, like.
Right. Whoever didn't know that, it's not a big deal. We have other qualities. There's other things to life than knowledge.
I just thought that was really interesting, you know, that like what we carry in our bodies goes back to Africa.
This is too sciencey for me. This is too sciencey for me. We're going to go back to the topic.
Change the world.
My cousin has to zone out because literally every time he talks about physics and...
That wasn't physics.
For once, you would have wanted to go to physics. If I would have talked to you for 10 more minutes, we would have gotten there eventually. And you know it. You know it.
Physics is great. Don't tell him. Otherwise, don't let...
Okay, whatever. Anyway, just be quiet now. Okay,
I feel like
so
I'm a child.
What else do we want to change? I don't even know how we got here again. Like we keep.
What do you mean how we got here?
No, to the topic, because that's
it doesn't matter. But let's get back. I'll just pull you back on this imaginary string. Just be like, Melinda, topic's over here. You're about 5,000 meters too far away. Don't know what that is. In
I just thought that was really interesting. I just wanted to share that with everyone.
Melinda. Thanks for enlightening our worlds with your knowledge.
It's not really my knowledge.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it, though.
That's the only thing I learned today.
I didn't learn
anything. After being at uni for like 10 hours.
Today I learned that the heart of a chicken kind of tastes like a mussel. That's what I learned today.
What?
You're welcome. You don't have to try. It's not like.
What do you mean?
We went to this restaurant and it was a Brazilian restaurant and what? What?
It is a mussel. The hard.
Not a mussel. A mussel. MUSSLE or EL. I don't know. Mussel. EL. Probably.
Oh, okay. I
like
didn't
a
get
mussel,
that either.
not a mussel.
What is that?
A mussel? Musche?
Yeah. Ah.
So
I
like
didn't know
the things
that.
you eat in the sea. Like that are in shells. You break them open like oysters.
Okay.
No, oysters are disgusting.
I got it.
You are not part of this conversation. Also, if you want my boyfriend and my cousin to do a voiceover for one of our videos, eventually one day, let us know.
Yeah. Just tell us if you would like that, because I think
Yeah.
it would be very funny.
You should
Same.
put out a warning the beep.
No, I'm just gonna
Stop it.
beep everything out. So you shut.
Beep.
I mean, you please be quiet. Anyways,
We're just gonna come in and beep.
Can I just talk about
Sorry.
my muscles? So I went to this restaurant and it was Brazilian, so they had a lot of meat. So they were like 10 courses of meat, and they would come to your table and cut some off for you off of this, like, my boyfriend said it's called a steak, but I thought it's not.
No. Kassler.
Like, no, Spieß.
Which one did you say?
No, the
you said it
Spieß,
was
he
a
says it's
Kassler earlier.
Not the meat, the thing
Oh.
they had it on, because I had it on this really long stick that was sharp on one end. My boyfriend said it's called a steak, but to me that doesn't make sense. Anyways,
Maybe
they cut it off
steak
of
with
that
a
stick.
AKE?
It doesn't matter. They cut it off with that knife, and then they gave it to you in like the 8th course or something, or the last one. The last one was like chicken hearts. So I was like, I'll have some chicken hearts. Obviously.
I mean, if you're eating the other part of a chicken,
it
why
was
not
all
the
you
heart,
can
you know?
eat. So I was like, I might as well
Yeah.
try. So I was like, yeah, sure, I'll eat the chicken heart. And I ate it, and I was like, this is kind of weird. Like, the consistency is so, like, because you'd expect a heart to be really tough, I think.
Yeah.
And it was kind of tough, but kind of like a muscle. Or, like, raw salmon that's, like, a bit harder than raw salmon. It was a very weird consistency. I liked the consistency. The taste was like, I mean...
Okay, so
You
what's
don't
the
have
part
to
that
do
you
it.
would change about the world in that example?
That people know that they don't have to eat chicken hearts. It's not worth it. No, the part that I wanted to change, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Because this guy we had, that's why
Good
I wanted to
point.
get there. This guy that we had that cut the meat off, like the... I was going to say servant. I'm such a bad person.
I would like to change having stereotypes all the time.
I would just like to change
And
myself to be a
biases.
better person.
Yeah,
No, obviously
same.
not the way. It's just because in German the word is closer to servant than
Yeah.
serviere, we say. So it's like connected.
we say
Yeah.
that?
So it's connected in my head.
I wouldn't say that.
Anyways, like,
whatever.
he wasn't a waitress. He was just cooking, well, cutting, not cooking.
A
the meat.
waiter.
Yeah, he was a waiter, true. Everything's mixed up
A
in
waiting
my head.
person.
Hold on, breathe.
A waitering
now,
person?
No, a
Oh my
waiter.
God, I don't know.
There was this waiter, right? And he was really freaking sexist because he would bring the meat and then he would cut off like the tiniest bit for me. And, you know, I'm not super skinny. I would say I'm quite regular. But my upper body looks pretty skinny compared to my bottom. Like, I think if you just see my upper body, you'd think I'm, like, quite small. So he looked at me, cut this bit of meat off for everyone else. It was quite a big chunk, and I was like, ooh, I want some. And then he cut some off for me and sliced it in half and was like, oh, yeah, I'll just half this for you. And I was like, can you maybe ask me? Like, am I not a full person? I felt like I was a child or something. Just being like, here, you can have, like, tiniest bit because you don't look like you eat. And I was like, what? Because I'm definitely not that skinny that you think, like, oh, she can't eat that much.
Although
even like
you
a lot
always
of
say
skinny
you can't.
people, well, I was hungry. Also, a lot of
Still,
skinny people can eat tons. So I was
Yeah,
like,
it's just
so
not right to
offended.
just assume that you would
Exactly.
not be
He didn't
able
even
to
ask
finish
me.
that.
Yeah, he didn't even ask me. And then for my boyfriend, he always cut off like the biggest chunk of meat. And I was like, excuse me? And then in the end, I was the only one that ordered a bit more meat. So I was really proud of myself. I was just like, haha, gotcha. But anyways, this build's coming to an end.
Yeah.
We hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you did. Also, tell us if you like the voiceover that way. See you in the next video. Bye.
Bye.